What is it that really inspired you to be?
You are enough.
Yeah.
My journey has been to everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, we came from Cameroon, went to University of Yaoundé, left SWA, came to the US, and then started off, of course, as a CNA. I became an LVN. I still have my license.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. And then I
See,
moved
I
from
could never
there.
tell you a CNA or an
I
LVN.
could not.
See, now that's why we need to ask these questions because
Of course.
I have no idea.
You're very right. The
Yeah.
insightfulness comes from somewhere,
Yes.
right? I went down to the University of California in Berkeley. I did a year in business and international marketing and international business. Then I went back to Africa for 3 years. Things didn't work out. Came back. I was bankrupt. Filed for bankruptcy. Paid over 120K to the bankruptcy court. Foreclosed on 2 homes. Beaten, broke, angry, frustrated. And I wake up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror because I always knew in my mind that I was made for more.
Yeah.
I know it, but you just don't know the path.
Yeah.
But you just know that there is something about
You.
the inspiration
Yes,
you get
yeah.
that you have to either put it to use or you can forcefully silence it and follow the path that is least traveled. What is the path that is least traveled? The path with the least resistance, the path with the least challenges, the path where you know you wake up in the morning, you are guaranteed that somebody is going to pay you, whether you are efficient or not, whether you're giving your best or not. It's different when you have to hunt by yourself, right?
Exactly.
So I thought about it. I said, okay, I have to do something. I decided, okay, I went back to IT school. That was a 6-month program in Maryland. Thank God for my big brother, Brendan Simo of Brontech. I went there, finished Oracle DBA work, and then I moved to Texas. Started working for Accenture in Texas as an Oracle DBA. Just like you said, good money, but I know that is not what I'm
Yeah,
going
that's
to
not your
Exactly.
purpose.
I
That is not your purpose.
It is so punishing.
That's what we keep saying.
It is so painful. I remember the first day in Uber when I started working for Accenture. This is now you just take me down some places.
You do the same
you
thing
know,
over and over and over.
it's not only that.
It's
my dear.
disturbing.
But things that people take 20 minutes to do, you need 2 days. I get to work, they give me a basic assignment to do something called a refresh. A refresh is take data from Quartz pocket and go put it in Toride's pocket. Simple transfer. You plug in the data, identify the data, press a button, it starts transferring.
Yeah.
Well, I start that thing at work. It's supposed to be about 7 hours of transfer because of a lot of data. I started at work, I take my computer back home. Now I'm keep looking at my computer. I'm not even sure how to know how much has already transferred. What happened. You understand the way? So in that Hule Balo, I mistakenly hit the button and it cancels the job. Okay.
You have to start over again.
So by the time I'm getting to work that morning now, at 8 o'clock, everyone's saying, Gustav, how you doing, man? You're looking good. They didn't know that I didn't sleep.
sleep.
I was sweating like a
You've been
mad
up
dog,
all
right?
night.
But now I contacted a friend of mine who was at work, an older guy, and I started explaining to him. He laughed. He said, Gustav, you pushed yourself too much for nothing. You are the one who caused it. But because number one, I didn't have mastery, and number two, I didn't have that love for it.
For what you
I
were
didn't have
doing.
the patience to try to understand and all those things.
Yes.
You understand? Hey guys, just a brief break from regular programming. You see, most human beings, if you really go deep into their heart's desire, they want 3 things. They want to live a life of growth and development in order to be relevant. They want to be able to build wealth and also leave behind a legacy that will last for perpetuity. In my Guarantee Your Legacy program, which is a custom designed program, I answer these 3 questions and more for you. I have limited availability on that program. It's an 8 weeks program whereby we meet once a week one-on-one with me. In addition to that, I'll walk through the different critical things that you need to be able to grow as a person, to be able to become relevant, to be able to impact people in order to create a legacy. And in doing that, you can also build wealth. If you already have it, I can teach you how to protect it, preserve it, so that way it lasts for perpetuity. Don't hesitate. If you would like to learn more about that program, click on the link down in the description section of this video, and I sure will see you on the inside. Let's go back to the regular programming. So I worked in IT for 11 years. And now while in IT, I'm sitting, I'm working. Now, when my pops died, I'm driving in Washington, D.C. I'm going to the embassy to make arrangements to repatriate his remains. And my manager, I was working in one of the top technology companies at that time, Oracle Corporation. And my manager calls me, says, Gustav, how are you doing? I said, I feel blessed today. Awesome day to be alive. He says, man, I'm glad you still have that kind of courage. I know your dad died. You took 2 days off to go take care of your dad, but you know we're downsizing. I'm sorry, we got to let you go.
Wow.
Okay, listen.
In the middle
Guys,
of everything.
That, yeah.
That is in the middle of that. What that told me, number one, is that, Gustav, you know what? Anytime you give somebody permission to feed you, you are authorizing them to starve you.
Yes.
There is no way if you believe that God gave you all these gifts, what have you done with them?
Yes.
What are you planning to do with them? Right? Are you going to stay on the path of least resistance? Are you going to stay on the path of most travel, where everyone is on, because it's easier?
Yeah.
Or are you going to take the pain? You take the frustration, you package it into a combustible desire to want to make something, so that at the end of your life, you look back, you will never worry about the regrets. Because they say the pain of failure weighs an ounce, but the pain of regret weighs a pound. And the one thing that drives me, I don't want to ever regret.
Yes.
I don't. And I know you probably feel it.
Yeah.
My own, I don't
I
want
think
to
we
get to 75.
you don't ever want to
I know you feel
regret.
it.
Yeah.
And I feel like, God, maybe I had this gift, but I just wasn't courageous enough to go after it. Right? So now, when I left Oracle, I struggled for about a year. I said, you know what? Okay, let me just get something, because IT money is very attractive.
It is. IT, you guys make a lot of money.
I get back into the industry and I start working, and I'm working for Ally Bank. Okay, and one good morning, my contract still has about 7-8 months, and a young man just calls me, Gustav, how are you doing? This is Monday. He say, we have a new director who came in. He's not really interested in this direction of technology, so we're going to let you go. At that point, I told myself, listen, I'm done.
I'm enough.
Yeah.
You are enough.
I am what?
Enough.
I am done.
You're done.
If it's going to take me 10 years, that's what it is. If it's going to take 25 years, that's what it is. Because something that we don't pay attention to is our depth perception. Depth perception means what? Depth perception means when we think about where we are trying to go with your gift, with your endowment in life, we tend to underestimate what it takes to get there. And by our very human nature, because we see things in terms of short proximity, right? You tend to think that, okay, because I have all of these things, I can just do 1, 2, 3, and then this will just happen, right? You don't realize that even though you have that gift, you are not going to learn it anymore, but you are going to fine-tune it. Because you don't learn a gift. It's a natural. It's endowed.
It's inborn.
But you fine-tune it, and then you dislodge it, right? When now it becomes valuable, it's because you have fine-tuned it to the point that people are willing to pay something for that. And paying something is not necessarily money. Paying something is also time. So that's exactly my journey, right? And so I've been in business for myself full-time over the last 3 years now. And in that time, the first year, I didn't do nothing much. All I did was spend time with my freaking self. He understands what you probably do. You got to spend time with yourself. You got to get to that place where sometimes you feel like you're going crazy. No, that is when you start understanding. A lot of people don't know themselves. And let me tell you, a lot of people, you ask them, Ube, what do you like? They'll start telling you what they don't like. Tell me what you like.
And it's true.
Tell me what
And
you
it's
can
true.
do. I don't know if it makes sense.
It makes
you
a lot of
only
sense.
identify those things when you spend time with yourself. Because it's during those times too that at 3 a.m. in the morning you wake up to go and pee and something just hits you. So at home, I have a notebook everywhere. Everywhere, next to my bed, in the office, in the kitchen. Because when it comes, if you don't catch it at that time, at least within the space of talk and all the things, you don't write
you
it
forget.
down.
You forget.
If you don't get it again, you will remember the context, but you never
the
get it
same
in those
thing,
words.
yeah.